afternoon and howdy doody, ladies and gentlemen. How we are, we are cupcakes. And you, Koi Madness. I see you. You go over and check out Koi Madness if you could. Tell them the Twisted One sent you. Well, at this present moment in time, I'm cleaning the Easy Pod for the Grown On tank. Fishing Hero looking absolutely splendid. Just done some underwater footage on them, so and a little bit on the main pond as well. Ooh, that fucking scared the shit out of you, didn't it? My ugly mug. Well, it's been one of those weeks with the old weather, hasn't it? I mean, Jesus. Don't you dare go over. Oh, last thing I wanted is fucking Takazuma Junior Premium going all over the fucking floor. Now why aren't you lining up? That's better. Right. Well, I haven't got up to much in here, but I have got the auto feeder connected up now, thanks to Pa. So that's the last of the electrics done. Up to the feeder. I've still got to work out how to program the motherfucker yet, but yeah, just follow the cable, goes all the way around, everything's all nice and tidy now. So yeah, that's the auto feeder one, and that's for the air pump that will end up on the fuck knows what happened then. But yeah, that's the one with the second air pump will be going on the bottom drain, and the air stones to go in the corner to eliminate my dead spots because of the shape. We will be able to rebuild it one day. But yeah, every 3 days at the moment, that's getting cleaned. They're doing all right over there. They're due a filter clean today as well. These are doing alright in here. My blanket weed seems to have gone, but I have got a rope clump down there which I'll have to get the net on and get that out. But while we get the net out, I will be getting some of the fish out today. I'll be having a look over them, give them a check, give them a measure, give them a photo, put them back, and we will also have a look at ones that we will be moving on as well. I did manage to get 2 coats of white on there, and last year I didn't do anything with the maple, Acer, maple, either or, potato. But yeah, this year I've given her a bit of a clean up and I've wired her all up because I don't want her going any higher than the guttering, so I want it to sort of like drape down in that corner. It's taken me quite a while to get it to that size, and a couple of bits have been plaited in together. You can see where I've done 2 or 3 together, very much like that. This is chugging along nicely. We have got life in there, but we'll be hopefully picking up some Daphnia. Yeah, there's plenty of life. Picking up some Daphnia at the weekend, get some Daphnia in there as well, get them blooming, because I've seen the fry, and fucking hell, considering they're 2 weeks old, they are 3 times the size of the fish that I had, not last year, year before, two weeks old. Absolutely crazy. And the crossbreed that Ricky done, I've actually seen them. And like he said, he usually gets either one colour or another, so either white, black or orange. But the red Kajaku cross Goshki, it's got fried at a 2-toe. Yeah, can't wait to see them. Can't wait to see them. I was going to turn that off when I turn that off. They know what's coming. Yeah. Look at them, like vultures. won't do you for the minute because we're going to be doing some netting and bowling. Yeah. But yeah, I'm really pleased with the way the pond's looking at the moment. And either today or tomorrow, the big sorghum is going to have to come out so I can address the couple of race scales she's got. Not happy about that at all. Not happy about that at all, but this shit happens. Doesn't matter how good your systems are. They'll still find something to bash themselves against, whether it's the bottom drain or the fucking wall, you know. So yeah, these things will happen, but everyone else is looking tickety-boo. I've got a tiny race scale on the Matsuba, but other than that, yeah, everyone's looking sweet. So on that note, I'm going to go and get this easy pod cleaned, and I'll come back to you shortly. Well, I had the old microscope out, so these in here seem to be clean. So the little ones from New Forest and the two from Adam Bayer will go into the growing on tank, and then what's left, other than the Ginra and Soragoi, is to be moved on. So I will bowl and photograph and record them for you as well. Going to do a couple of scrapes on this pond, and like I say, I want to get a few out. Mind you, they've been stirring the shit up at the moment. That's what happens when you put sinking food in. But yeah, I want to get a couple of out, get them looked at, get them photographed, get them measured. A few will get moved over to the toe-side tank as well, because they're going to be being moved on. There's a couple that are going to be moved on but won't be moved over there purely because of their size. They will have to stay in here. But yeah, that's where we're at the moment. And look at this glorious day now. You wouldn't have thought a few hours ago it was fucking hailstoning down, would you? Crazy. Only in fucking Great Britain. Oh yes. Mar's got me some new mind your own business plugs, so we can I'm going to take that one out there because that is pretty much at it. The others are starting to grow back, but I'm thinking of putting like cutting a few and putting another plug in with them just to try and help it out. So yeah. So onto these little buggers. I'll get all the ones that are going into the growing on tank into the bowl first, and then they'll go into a bag, and then they'll get floated in there for a little while, and then they'll let go. Sitting at 21 degrees in there at the moment. Like I say, there is some pretty fish in. Nice heat shower. But onwards and upwards. So here we have. Let me get over the top. There we go. You've got my King Kabuto that was gifted to me by Adam and Amanda Bayer from Bayer Koi Farm, and the Shisui is an Adam Bayer Koi Farm fish. That was bought for Susan by Rocket Boy. And then what you've got in here is you've got 5 from the same spawning. You've got a metallic Achiba, a real unusual Deutz, a real unusual scaled, very unusual one there, and a metallic Matsukawabaki. So yeah, they're gonna go and grace the growing on tank. I'm in 2 minds on whether to put the Goshki in the growing on tank or move it on. I'm sure we'll find out soon. But yeah, some of these unusual ones have got real wicked colours and patterns on them. Only problem is things like this one, once they go into the growing on tank, until it gets a bit bigger, it sort of like disappears. So that's the first lot mode. Well, just about to. I'll come back to you shortly. Well, here we go. Here's the first one, 25cm he shower. There is white on it along the bottom edge on this side, and there is a little bit on this side here. Yeah. There is a little bit of white there, just a little bit, and as you can see, he's got a bit of white on his pec fin, and he's also got white in his tail and his dorsal. So yep, that's number one. Memory serves, that's an Adam Bayer fish, that one. And here we go, here's number two, Kin Matsuba. This one always tends to darken up once it's put in the bowl. But he's got a beautiful orange skin with a beautiful Matsuba open. But as you can see, once it goes into the bowl, it tends to darken up. Get the camera right, Vincent. But yeah, he's got a beautiful orange underside. Beautiful orange underside. Hang on, if we zoom out. Come on. Come on, that's it. So yep, that's number two, 30cm Kin Matsuba. This one would have come from the 2 to 3 week old unselected fry that I had not last year but the year before. The same fry that the Kikikoryu in the main pond is going to Jim Bob, and the Harawaki is from as well. So, but you're going to see the Harawaki shortly, because that's going up. It's been moved on. Yes, indeed. Anyway, back in a minute. Here's we are, number three. I call this one the issue-y, but the orange does seem to be coming back. And this again is an Adam Bayer fish, this one. 25cm. It's got a beautiful blue on it. Beautiful blue. I know. Come on, I'm trying to keep you in the shade, but looks like I'm going to have to do this, doesn't it? There we go. $25cm Shisui. Next on the list, 15cm Yamabuki Ogon. And if memory serves me right, I think this one is a Yoshiki fish. So here we go, 15cm Yamabuki Ogon. Well, this be the last one out of the Tosai tank. This is an Adam Bayer Ginrin Kahaku. It has equal akagura, even though that's not something you want in a kahaku, but it is well balanced and it has got a beautiful white underbelly, and as soon as that starts getting bigger, more of that white belly will show. You see, nice white underbelly, and you can see the steps of the pattern that are either side. Well, that's all the ones from the toe side tank done, and now it's on to shifting things about in the main pond and whatnot. But before I do that, those nets will now be left to dry completely, and then, as you can see, I've emptied the bowl of water. Now I will get the kitchen towel, I will dry that out completely, I'll spray it with antibacterial, dry that out completely, and then I can fill it with water from the pond. That way I can ensure that there's no cross-contamination, because I'll be washing my hands as well after dealing with that one. So yeah, that's how we do it here at Twisted Towers. Only measure a bowl I've got, so that's the way it has to be done. It gets emptied out, it gets dried out, it gets anti-backed, it gets dried out, and then we start again with the next one. That's why I've got so many different round bowls, because I can use one for each system then, you know. The big green one for the toe side tank, medium one for the IBC, no, the small one will be for the IBC tank actually, because that's got a fry going in there, but the medium one will be used on the old growing on tank in there, which is doing really well. But as you would have noticed, there was no Goshki there. That's because I decided Goshki can go in the growing on tank. Even though it hasn't really done much since last year's national, is beside the point. It is a Japanese fish, and I think with a little bit of a push it might pick up. Well, I'm fucking hoping it'll pick up. If not, it'll just get moved on, you know. But that's the koi hobby, isn't it? You know, that's the whole point of growing on small fish, because then you can cherry pick and swap and change as you like, you know. But yeah, there's certain ones that just won't go anywhere, because I mean, this soppy bastard here, I could pick her up and lift her out of the pond. The others are starting to get as friendly, but yeah, this Mukashi, oh my word, absolutely beautiful fish. Betty comes up for a stroke every now and then, don't you, Betty? Yeah. I know. I realised what I'd done before I'd done it. Yeah, I just put my hand in there after being with there. Slap on the wrist. Do as I say, not as I do, and all that. We are but human, people. We are but human. Oh, bollocks. Oh well. Shit happens, doesn't it? Turtles are having a good old bask. He's like, fuck you, I'm off. She's having a nice little bask, and hopefully the her shed will start. Her shed? Her shell will start shedding soon. It's getting there. There she goes. You've got to get in there and get the front glass cleaned. I don't mind the sides and the back, because then it makes it a little bit more natural, and it also gives the bifters something to fucking munch on. No, not that they don't get fed. They do get fed, but as you can see, you know, they're not done a great bit of growing, but there's no heater in here either. But there is. I think there's me and Rocket Boy were looking, and I think we found 3 that would pass as a good example of a koi. But the rest, yeah, you got body shapes, head shapes, and everything else, and they get munched on every now and then. But hey, circle of life and all that. The little one's out. Hey, Sparky. You can see where he's shedding as well. You can see where his mush has changed colour. That's where his skin's shedding. Yeah. And people wonder why friends of mine call me the Aqua family. I'm back in a bit. Now, there's the giveaway Shiro at Surrey. I've just measured it, 19 cm. Beautiful Shiroji on it. Go over into the light. That's it. Go round to the light. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful white. So yeah, that's the giveaway Shiro at Surrey. Now this one's been what's the word? Pre-bagged. Dibsed it, yeah. Someone's got first dibs on this. If not, there's someone who's got second dibs on it. But this is Red Achiba, Deutsche Haku, whichever you want to fucking call it. But it's got a beautiful body. When I got it from the Boarding Reefer last year at the National, it was less than half the size it is now. So it's definitely a grower, that's for sure. Got beautiful skin on it. So yeah, that one will go over into the growing on the toe side tank as well. Just saying, I'm getting to a point where I know what I've got in the main pond and what I would like to put in as well. So yeah, there it is in the nice shiny sun. Red Achiever, Deutsche Haku, you make your own choice up. Either way, it's a stunning fish, can't deny that. The skin quality on it is beautiful. So, like I say, got a beautiful pattern, and as that gets bigger and that white breaks out a little bit more, it's going to be quite an imposing fish. And I would say by the body shape, it's female as well. Whichever one of the two gets it, it'll be going to a good home. Here we go. One Adam Bayer Shasui, 30 centimetres on this side, and the little bastard has knocked a scale in the net. But that blue and that red is going to be absolutely beautiful. And the honest reason why we're not keeping it is because this is Susan's fish, and she wasn't happy when you look down the side with these 1, 2, 3 rogue scales on the zipper on the back end on this left hand side. But I personally, I think it's a beautiful fish. I would have kept it myself, but no. She's got a new one now, so this one needs moving on. Here we have another Adam Bayer fish. This was from the very first Asagi spawning that he ever done. It's from the spawning myself and Susan helped harvest their pond. This is one that went over to my mate Pickle's pond and ended up back here when he closed his pond down. It's a shame because it is a beautiful Asagi, but you got one beautiful one in the main pond as it is for the minute. So And I mean, the scaling on it is absolutely sublime. Absolutely identical either side. And the last one to go into the toe side tank, because the next two are too big to go in there. We'll have one last look at this gorgeous little Asagi. Well, here's the first of the bigger ones, and she turns 2 around next month. So physical year, she turns 2 in next month, because that was from the 2 to 3 week old fry, and she is now a whopping 46 cm. 46 cm female Harawaki. Absolutely beautiful fish. A body on her. Yeah, the first of the big two. I think this one is actually bigger than the Matsuba. So let me get her back in. And we've got the last one here to move on. Knocked himself while I was trying to net him. But this is a beautiful, beautiful 41 centimetre scale perfect Matsuba. You see where he's knocked himself. Silly little bastard. But yeah, this is 2 years old as well. Look at the mouth on him. He is a powerful fish, this one. It's that Matsuba Robin. Absolutely stunning. So yeah, I don't want to keep him out too long, because this is just the moving on video. We'll do the other one tomorrow. So cupcakes, that's me done for the day, just to give my hands a good break. And then what we'll do tomorrow, we will do part 2. Yeah, do it. 1, 2. Part 2. And what we'll do is we'll bowl up and measure up the keepers in the pond. And yes, moved a few out and the pond looks empty. More fish. But yeah, it does. They've kicked up a bit of shit, so I'll let that settle down first. But anyway, guys, I got to go and do some shopping, get something for dinner, and this isn't out beforehand. I'll catch you on as is live tonight, if it is out beforehand. Okay, I'll get it right in a minute. But anyway, guys, I'll see you tomorrow. But as always, I've been Twisted Kite. You lot out there are always great, and we'll catch you tomorrow.
That's all, cupcakes.